Morning, children. I welcome you all in today's English class. Children, you will be really happy to know that today we will be doing one lesson, and the character of this lesson is very, very popular. The name of the character is Tenali Raman, okay? And the story which we are going to do today is Tenali Raman and two thieves. And you are definitely going to enjoy this story. It's a wonderful story. So let's get started. Okay, once upon a time, there was a wise man named Tenali Raman. He used to work at the court of Emperor Krishnadeva Raya. Now, children, what is the meaning of wise? Wise means intelligent, sensible. Okay, so Tenali Raman was a very sensible and intelligent man, and he used to work at the court of Emperor Krishnadeva Raya. Okay, that was the name of the emperor. One summer night, when Tenali Raman was about to sleep, he heard the rattling of leaves. The sound came from the bushes outside. Now, what does this mean? The season is summer, and the point of time we are talking about is the night, summer night. So one summer night, Tenali Raman was about to sleep. He was about to sleep, right? Suddenly he heard rattling of leaves. Now, what is rattling? Rattling means movement, movement which is coming out by the movement of leaves. Okay, so the sound came from the bushes outside. So he could easily understand that somebody is outside because it is hot night and there is no breeze blowing at all. He was quite aware about it, that it's a summer season and at this particular point of time there is no cool breeze breezing or blowing. Okay, so how can the leaves rustle on their own? He was wondering, how can this happen on its own? Tenali Raman thought. Okay, so being a wise man, he figured out that some thieves were hiding in the bushes. He could easily make out that somebody was out. Okay, and they must be thieves. They must be planning to rob my house in the night. He said to himself. He said to himself that they must be planning, those thieves must be planning to rob him off. Okay, he thought of a plan because he was a wise man. I told you earlier. Okay, he was a wise and intelligent man, so he immediately thought of a plan. He said to his wife, "My dear, I have heard that some notorious thieves are roaming around in our neighborhood. So let's hide all the jewelry and money that we have in the well." So this was the plan of Tenali Raman. He very smartly spoke to his wife and told her that some notorious means very dangerous, influential and very what do we say, the kind of thieves, they were very notorious, means they had done loads of wrong deeds in the past. Okay, so he said that notorious thieves are roaming around in our neighborhood, and thus we need to hide whatever we have, all the jewelry, all the money, whatever we have, let us hide in the well. Okay, this was his plan, and he discussed his plan with his wife. A little later, Tenali Raman and his wife came out of the house carrying a big trunk and dropped it into the well. You can see that in the picture itself. Then they went back inside the house and pretended to be asleep. Now what happened? A little later, Tenali Raman and his wife, they both were carrying a big trunk, huge trunk, and then they immediately dropped it in the well. Okay, and now remember, the well is in his courtyard only, within his house only. Okay, within the boundary wall. And then after throwing this particular box, he went back with his wife and pretended means to show off. He pretended to be asleep, that he's sleeping. He was just showing off. Okay, now what happened? The thieves waited for a while and then started drawing water from the well. They hoped to empty the well and get the treasure. So what was the plan of the thieves? Thieves had heard everything, whatever Tenali Raman was talking to his wife. So thieves decided, so let's take out the entire water from the well, and then in the end we will take out the wooden box, and then we will run away with all the jewelry and money. This was the plan of thieves. Okay, so they immediately executed their plan. They started taking out water from the well. Okay, they kept drawing out water the entire night. towards the daybreak. Now, what is daybreak? Early morning. Okay. Towards daybreak, they managed to pull out the trunk. Now, the well was totally empty. It was without water, and the thieves, they managed to take out the box from the well itself. Okay. The trunk. Okay. So, but when they opened up the trunk, they were extremely disappointed. They were hopeless. They were very much disheartened. They found that the trunk was filled with big, big stones. Okay, you can see that in the picture itself. The thieves understood that it was Tenali Raman's plan to outsmart them. Just then, Tenali Raman came out of his house and said, "Thank you, friends, for watering my plants. I must pay you for your labor." Hearing this, the thieves fell at Tenali's feet for forgiveness. They promised not to steal or rob anyone ever again. So this is the end of the story, kids. I hope you enjoyed the particular story of Tenali Raman, and I suggest you to read as many stories of Tenali Raman as possible, because the stories are really interesting. Okay, they have a twist in the end every now and then, and has a lot of intelligence and wiseness. Okay, so thank you, children. Have a wonderful day ahead.